Hi, my name is Stacey Brook and I'm the founder and chief advisor at College Essay Advisors. And today I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for how to approach the University of Texas application. This application is comprised of 4 required written assignments, including 1 longer personal statement of about 500 to 750 words and 3 short answers of 250 to 300 words. Let's talk about the personal statement first, which is called Topic A in the University of Texas application. What was the environment in which you were raised? Describe your family, home, neighborhood, or community and explain how it has shaped you as a person. This prompt is very much like Common App's prompt number 1 in asking you to describe your background, your environment, how you became the person you are today. The options for how you approach this essay are nearly endless. You want to make sure that you're giving admissions something they haven't seen anywhere else on your application, something that's going to flesh out their understanding of who you are, your life's perspective, your goals, your motivations, and how all of those things came to be based on how you grew up. The prompt already sort of sets you up for this, but environment can be interpreted in many ways. As the prompt explains, you can describe your family, your home, your neighborhood, your community. So those are 4 sort of different angles from which you can begin to think about the way you're answering this. Maybe you grew up in a household with 3 parents. How does that influence the way you build relationships and the way you define the word family? Maybe you were raised in a city environment that exposed you to diversity and multiculturalism very early in life, and that's shaped your perspective. Admissions wants to get a sense of who you are, what perspective you're bringing to campus, so make sure to show them where you come from and what are some of the things that you believe as a result of how you've grown up, how you've lived your life. Now to take a peek at the short answer assignments from the UT application. Short answer number 1, if you could have any career, what would it be and why? Describe any activities you were involved in, life experiences you've had, or even classes you've taken that have helped you identify this professional path. So this is a goal about your aspirations, both academic and professional. And you're going to want to highlight for admissions where you see yourself in the future. In defining these goals for admissions, you're also going to want to give them examples of how these interests and aspirations came to be. So how did you first become interested in the subjects that you want to study, and how have you already begun to pursue this future that you're after? For example, if you want to work in finance because you had an older brother who worked in finance and you saw behind the scenes sort of what that operation looked like. Maybe every morning you wake up in the morning and look at your phone first thing to check the stock market. Perhaps you've been involved in a couple of mock trade operations at school. And sort of played the fake stock market to get some experience in that field. These are the kinds of things that you can mention in this kind of an essay. If you're hoping to go into restaurant and hotel management, how did your interest in hospitality begin? Why do you think you are uniquely qualified to to enter such a field? And what do you hope to take advantage of in UT's offerings that's going to help you get where you want to go? Also, don't be afraid to include, as UT defines in the question, life experiences. Have you had any interactions that have made you feel like you found your calling? You can include that kind of information as well. Question number 2 reads, do you believe your academic record, transcript information, and test scores provide an accurate representation of you as a student? Why or why not? So this gives you the opportunity to contextualize your academic transcript and test scores. And it can serve you in a number of ways. If you are someone who doesn't test well, for example, that's something that you can clarify for admissions here. If you had a dip in your grades at any point because of life circumstances, this is a place for you to elaborate on that. At the same time, if you're proud of your academic history, if you worked hard to get where you are, with a certain sense of humility, I think this is a great place for you to emphasize to admissions that you really have given it your all. Additionally, for this answer about your academics, you may want to include a note about the classes you took, their level of difficulty, what the options were in terms of what was available to you at the school you attended, and just fill in the gaps for admissions in terms of allowing them to properly contextualize the challenges that you set up for yourself. Short answer number 3 reads, how do you show leadership in your life? How do you see yourself being a leader at UT Austin? So this question is asking you to focus on leadership and your leadership skills. And UT Austin wants to see that you can display these kinds of qualities both in and out of the classroom. In the classroom, are you the kind of person who takes the lead during group projects? Are you the kind of person who asks questions in class? Outside of the classroom, what leadership roles have you taken on in organizations, and what responsibilities do you take on? How do you try and push your missions forward, and how do you get other team members on board to help make whatever it is you're doing successful? If you're president of student council, how do you inspire other people to participate? Have you created new initiatives, started new fundraisers or drives to help increase participation and make an impact on your community? In addition to those 3 short answer questions, art and art history applicants have to answer their own short answer question. Social work applicants have another short answer that they need to respond to. So definitely check out those school-specific questions on the application. One more thing to mention is that if you are a nursing student, there is an additional essay that will appear with the main personal statement topic that you need to address. We are happy to answer any specific questions you might have about those prompts in the comments below. But for the most part, these 4 assignments we've covered here are the ones that most students are going to be addressing. We hope we gave you some helpful tips, and we look forward to giving you more in the future. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out regularly. And if you want more where this came from, check out our instructional on-demand video series, College Essay Academy, now available at collegeessayadvisors.com. It will take you from the brainstorming part of the process all the way through the final polish. You can also follow us on social media for more tips, tricks, and free resources. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.